Hi everybody, this is Felicia. There's the inspiration piece for the Crafty Maven, and I'm going to be doing some tags for you today using the colors that was in the inspiration piece. So the first tag here is I'm reinforcing them, so I have two tags. Now that I have the two tags here, I'm going to get them glued together, and that makes it for a sturdier tag. And I'm going to be attaching that star, and that star is from Pretty Little Studio. I'm going to put that star on the about diagonal there, and then I'm going to cut the rest of it off. And there you have part of it. Now this tier here is from the Simon Says stamp die. It's a 3-tier die, and I'm going to be putting that on here. I'm used to wrapping it around a card, so right now I'm just going to put it flat down here on the tag. And I'm going to be using my Hero Arts sentiment stamp, and I'm going to be stamping the circles here, or congratulations, in the middle. And then I'm going to be getting some of these circles that are also included in the Hero Arts sentiment stamp, and I'm going to be stamping the circles at the top of the 3-tier banner and at the bottom of the 3-tier banner. I'm wiping off the film there on the stamp because it's pretty new. So I'm going to be stamping at the top, and then I'm going to be stamping at the bottom of the stamp here. So now that I've got those stamped on the 3-tier banner here, I'm going to be using some 3D foam squares to pop it up so that it doesn't get crushed. And I'm also going to be wrapping it here in a minute. Now what I end up doing is I end up taping it down first before I wrapped it, and then I realized that I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and fix this. So it's an easy fix. So because it's paper, it's very forgiving, and so it was easy to curl it around there so that I could get it stuck down. I'm also applying some 3D foam squares to the ends of the banner so that they can pop up as well. So this tag was pretty easy to put together. As long as everything is pre-cut, you shouldn't have a problem with putting something like this together. Now what I'm adding on is some reinforcements here for the tag, because I'm going to be sticking some ribbon and not twine through there because they're going to be on gifts, these tags are. So I put reinforcements on the front and the back of the tag. And then I'm going to be grabbing some of the ribbon here that I got from my stash and threading it through. And then what I'm going to be doing with this ribbon here, once I put these little pretty flowers down, I got that pack there from Hobby Lobby. You can get those, and they were on sale. As a matter of fact, they were 50% off, which made them $1.50, which was a good deal. So these flowers are pretty cute. They're made of paper, and they have a little bling in the center of it. So I'm using some of those flowers to give the tag some interest and some layers as well. And I'm fiddling with that ribbon there, and I'm going to be stapling it. I don't staple them one on top of the other. I kind of spread them a little bit, and then I staple them with my tiny attacher, and then I cut the tag in diagonal. Now the second tag here is a really cool tag. I like this one. I think this is my favorite tag. I'm going to be making a two-tone tag here, and that paper is from the Jen Hadfield collection, and I loved it because it was so ombre. It had an ombre effect, and it had little white dots all over it. It was very pretty tag, and the color was coral. So there you see me putting some glue there on the frame that I cut out from using a memory box die. Now this die I got from my local craft store, and I was able to get it at a good price there. And so what you do with this die is when you cut it, there's little pieces that cut out as well. And then what you can do is you can mix and match. So I cut two, one in the blue color there and one in the coral color. And so what I did is I'm putting each piece, as you can see, using my little stick tool there that helps me pick them up. And I'm putting the different color of what I cut out before. So you have the blue as the outline and the coral in the middle as the pieces. It's just like putting a piece of puzzle together. It was really fun doing that. So, and it's really easy. So I'm putting some of my glue down there, and that's all you have to do with that. And then you stick them in each of the open spaces, and that part is done. So on this tag, I'm also going to be stamping congratulations using the same Hero Arts sentiment stamp. Then I'm folding up these little edges there to get the banners so that they'll be flat when I put them down on the card. And I'm using some more of the 3D foam squares. And I'm putting that on the card at a slant. So it says congratulations. And this card was pretty easy. I like putting this one together. And I'm also going to be putting some ribbon, of course, on this one as well using my tiny attacher. Oh, me and this tiny attacher, we fight a little bit here. You can see that. I didn't mean to do that on camera, but I decided to go ahead and leave it on there. Of course, I cut that part out. So there you have that tag as well. So now I am doing the third and final tag, and this tag is going on a gift to my mother. She doesn't know it yet. Hopefully she doesn't see this video beforehand. But I also reinforced that tag, and now I'm going to be using about maybe a third of this doily here, and I'm going to be putting it on the edge. And I'm also adding some of the quick dry glue at the edges there so that it doesn't curl up on me. And then what I'm going to end up doing is putting this doily on the edge of this tag. So now that I have this doily there on the edge of the tag, I cut off the excess, and then I cut off the excess of the tag that's showing because it did not go on straight, but I got it worked out. Now I'm going to be adding this flower on there, and that is from the other cut that I made using the Jen Hadfield collection, the paper that a coral color. And I'm going to be fitting in those little tiny pieces in the opening of the dies here once I get this reinforcement for the whole of the tag on. And there you see me working on putting in those pieces there. I originally grabbed the wrong one, but I eventually figured it out. So once I get all these pieces put in, it looks really pretty. Although these little pieces are the same color as the tag, it still worked out really, really good. So I'm putting them down now, and I really love this process of putting these together. It's just like putting a puzzle together. And then once you get them all in, it looks really, really pretty. Now that bow right there is from the dollar store, and I think it comes about 8 or 10 in a pack there, and they're really pretty and they're the same color as the paper. So now I'm going to add one more flower here to this tag. I'm putting at the bottom there, and then I'm looking for my ribbon, and I find it, and I tell you, you got to find a lot of stuff on your desk. And the tags are complete. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And if you want to see more of the Crafty Maven, just make sure you tune in to the YouTube channel or their blog. Thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful scrappy week.